Ooh boy, absolute bombshell dropped by Elon Musk in terms of some internal training by Disney that is not, to me, does not seem legal. By the way, if you're enjoying the slow downfall of Disney, make sure you have a like on this video. This training is mandatory. This training is, I believe, has major issues with race and gender. And it feels illegal. Probably isn't, given that our government supports this kind of thing. But if you thought about spending money at Disney, I've got some training to share with you that hopefully will make you change your mind. And really, a lot of companies have wild, quote unquote, training like this. And that's why, by the way, I like to recommend Veebs. Promo code 4444. So when Veeb sends you the promo code to confirm, or when you need to text back and confirm, use promo code 4444 and you'll get a free trial. The app's only $1 a month anyway, but it's a free trial. This is an app that gives you the power. It has a UPC barcode scanner, advanced search engine. Basically, you can search to figure out if these companies are woke or not before you buy their product. It's an incredibly powerful tool. Veebs has brands that align with your personal values and settings. You can create preferred companies lists. You can set favorite stores. It's so nice. You can have value-based scores, so you can scan a product when you're at the store and figure out, are they woke or not? You know, if there's two types of flour right next to each other, it's very easy to boop, boop, quick scan them, figure out. And that is real power. Apps like Veebs, available at veebsapp.com or in the iTunes or Google Play Store. Remember, use code 4444 and you'll get a free trial of it. Get it today. Start scanning some of the products in your cupboards, set it up, and you can really start to stick it to a lot of these woke companies. One at a time. Just pick one or two things a week. Then by the end of the year, you will have shifted all of your money away from these woke companies that hate you into ones that love America or love customers or are just apolitical. And the more people that do that, the more we can stick it to these people. So Veebs app, promo code 4444 when they ask you to confirm your number. An anonymous source just sent me this from Disney. It is mandatory institutionalized racism and sexism. Disney General Entertainment Content Inclusion Standards. Standard A, on-screen representation. At least 3 of the 5 following areas need to be met to fulfill Standard A. 1, characters 50% or more of regular and reoccurring written characters must come from underrepresented groups. Just so I'm going to help translate this woke speak to actual language. Underrepresented groups just means not white males. Actors 50% or more, this is number 2, center 2. Actors 50% or more of regular reoccurring actors come from underrepresented group. A3, regular recurring, written characters and actors. So they're right non-white and higher non-white. Secondary characters, meaningful inclusion of underrepresented groups as secondary or more minor on-screen individuals, including background actors. Got to have, wheelie-enabled people in the background. That's fine. Series premise. Now, this is the real reason their shows suck. Meaningful integration of underrepresented groups in overall themes and narratives. So when they're writing a story, there is at no point in their writing process that they're actually worried about writing a good story. They're busy diving, dip, dive, dodge, and duck to reach diversity standards. They don't care about writing a good story. See, also then episodic storytelling, ongoing meaningful integration of underrepresented group and episodic themes. Of course, standard B, leadership, 50% or more producers and writing staff must be non-white. I'm just going to refer to underrepresented as non-white because we know that's what that means. 50% of episodic directors must be non-white. Casting director must be non-white. Meaningful representation of underrepresented group, non-white, in senior leadership. Promotion member of non-white into a role that constitutes career progression. Substantial year-over-year increase in non-white directors and writing staff. None of this has to do with, whether or not somebody's good at their job, right? None of this has to do with any of that. This exclusively has to do with checking boxes and diversity quotas. Remember when that moron Mark Cuban said that DEI doesn't have anything to do with quotas? Well, this basically proves that that's not true, right? By the way, here's the full racist and discriminatory set of laws enforced by DEI, Disney's DEI Gestapo. He shares all of this, but wait, there's more. He continues, no wonder most of their content produced over the past several years has sucked. Just trying to navigate the DEI minefield is going to crush the creative process. Of course, Libs at TikTok asks Elon, can you buy Disney and fix it? To which he says, I actually don't think he has enough money for that. I guess I don't know. Of course, then you have there's standards for below the line people and standard for industry access and career development. Let's just look at who Disney hires. Paid employment opportunities such as apprenticeships, internships, expert advisors to facilitate union eligibility for members non-white. Training opportunities for skills development, including one-off work experience opportunities for students non-white. First job for member of non-white in a role that constitutes career progression from prior training. 50% or more outside vendors or contractors employed by production provide industry access or opportunities to non-white people. Now, I say all this to point out they want your money, right? They want your money. And I think I wouldn't be giving them my money. They don't want to hire people that look like me. They don't want to promote people that look like me. They don't want to put people that look like me on the screen. They don't want to put people that look like me in their janitorial positions. So why on earth would I give them my money? If it is true that on-screen representation is so important, and they're so important, they're chasing after, 5% of the population, 6% of the population by pandering to them with an overabundance of on-screen time. I'm talking about, the LGBTQ community, which is like 1% of the community, but is at the forefront of everything they put out. Then let them support your company. I've never, this is DEI and Disney is what made me this way. I never used to care about this stuff. I don't care that, I don't care who's in Disney's movies. I don't care who Disney hires. I just assumed until recently that they were just hiring the best person for the job. But over the past few years, it's become abundantly clear that not only is that not the case, but they seem to be, at least in my opinion, going out of their way to discriminate against, white folks. And I don't think all of my viewers are white. I don't have any problem with people who aren't white. But I would assume that non-white viewers of my content aren't navigating their life and trying to consume content from exclusively people that look like them. There is a thing called diversity of thought where, a lot of people can have a very different opinion even though they all look the same. I mean, this DEI stuff is insane. It's absolutely ludicrous. It's discriminatory, but it's allowed because it's against white people. Makes me sound like some kind of crazy guy that walks around wearing a hood. But this is what they're writing. You see a lot of the memes, to someone, really? No one else came to the diversity seminar? Do people not care? Oh, people want interesting stuff. I mean, remember this clip from Disney themselves? Disney themselves remember this clip?
I'm here as a mother of two queer children, actually.
Yeah, I bet you that's on purpose. See how she smiles when she says that? That means she's happy about it. And I would argue that nature versus nurture is extremely powerful. And while I do believe, and maybe some of my viewers disagree with this position, and that's okay, we're all friends here. I do believe people are probably born gay, right? Or they have gender dysphoria. These are things that exist, okay? But I also think you can push somebody towards it. And this mom seems like one of those moms that would fly over the border to have her, 8-year-old daughter's healthy chest tissue removed to affirm their identity.
One transgender child, and one pansexual child, and also as a leader. And that was the thing that really got me, because I have heard so much from so many of my colleagues over the course of the last couple of weeks, in open forums and through emails and phone conversations. And I feel a responsibility to speak.
Now just wait for it.
Not
It's
just
coming.
for myself, but for them. To all of us. We had an open forum last week at 20th where, again, the home of really incredible, groundbreaking LGBTQIA stories over the years, where one of our execs stood up and said, we only have a handful of queer leads.
Fine. There's literally nothing wrong with that
in our content. And I went, what? That can't be true. And I realized,
there's only a handful of LGBTQ people on the planet, so that tracks.
It actually is true. We have many, many, many LGBTQIA characters in our stories, and yet we don't have enough leads.
I would believe some moron who's using a ring light while wearing glasses would think this. Okay. What is the appropriate number? If you watch anything put out by mainstream Hollywood, you would think 2/3 of the world are either black or gay. I mean, literally look at any new show. I'll just say non-white and or gay. I mean, I've said even before, like, I'm enjoying the show called From, which is basically like, I don't know, it's from the producer of Lost, okay. But literally every main character is black or gay. Every one. And the only 2 white main characters, or a woman, I'll say. The 2 white men are a-holes in the show. They have some good moments, but they're both unlikable jerks.
And narratives in which gay characters just get to be characters.
Then who cares if they're gay or not?
And not have to be about gay stories. And so that's been very eye-opening for me. And I can tell you, it's something that I feel perhaps had this moment not. Certainly, I know we will be, and
just wait.
And I hope this is a moment where, the 50% of the tears. Sorry.
She wants 50% of the characters LGBTQIA. I mean, why? They don't reproduce, they recruit. That's why. I hope you enjoyed this video. Screw Disney. Get the Veebs app. If you're watching on your phone, open up the App Store. When it asks you to confirm the code, use code 4444 so you get a free trial. Take the power back. Stop giving money to people that hate you. Stop giving money to companies that don't think you're important. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.